Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that separates the great from the forgotten. It's not luck. It's not a secret formula. It's something far more relentless. Something so rare that only a handful in every generation understand it. Success is often mistaken for raw talent or sheer luck, but in reality, it belongs to those who possess an unshakable work ethic. The idea that talent alone can carry a person to greatness is a comforting myth, one that allows many to settle for mediocrity. But the truth is, the most successful individuals in any field are not necessarily the most gifted. They are the ones willing to outwork everyone else. The person who puts in the extra hours, who sharpens their skills long after the competition has stopped, and who refuses to be outperformed, is the one who inevitably rises above the rest. Consider this. In any given industry, there are thousands, if not millions, of individuals who dream of success. They talk about it, they fantasize about it, but only a small fraction of them are willing to back up those dreams with relentless action. The defining difference between those who make it and those who don't is not intelligence or natural ability. It is the willingness to push beyond perceived limits. Hard work, consistency, and persistence form the foundation of every great achievement. Many people start strong, filled with energy and enthusiasm, but that initial excitement fades when they encounter difficulty, boredom, or fatigue. That is where the real test begins. Will you continue when the results aren't immediate? Will you persist when the work feels monotonous? Most people won't. They will slow down, they will make excuses, and they will convince themselves that maybe it wasn't meant to be. But those who succeed don't entertain such thoughts. They recognize that greatness is earned in the moments when no one is watching, when there is no applause, and when the only thing keeping them going is their own internal drive. This is where the power of work ethic becomes undeniable. When two people have the same goal, the one who outworks the other will always come out ahead. It's not about working for the sake of being busy. It's about putting in focused, deliberate effort, refining skills, and pushing the boundaries of what is possible. The best athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, and thinkers did not rise to the top by accident. They spent thousands of hours perfecting their craft, enduring failures, and finding ways to improve even when they were already ahead. Hard work also creates opportunities. People often wait for the right moment, the perfect chance, or some external validation before they take action. But the truth is, opportunities don't come to those who wait. They come to those who are already in motion. Those who work harder than everyone else naturally attract mentors, supporters, and resources because their dedication is impossible to ignore. Their results speak louder than any words ever could. If you want to be great, you must decide now that you will outwork everyone. Not just today, not just this week, but every single day without fail. The world may not notice you at first, but in time, your relentless effort will make it impossible for them to ignore you. Most people rely on motivation to take action, but motivation is unreliable. It is fleeting, unpredictable, and often disappears when you need it most. This is why discipline is the single most important factor in long-term success. Those who outwork everyone else understand this fundamental truth. You cannot wait until you feel like working. You must train yourself to work, regardless of how you feel. Motivation might get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement fades, when exhaustion sets in, and when every fiber of your being wants to quit. The best performers in any field are not always the most inspired. They are the most disciplined. They have built a system that allows them to show up every single day, no matter the circumstances. They don't let emotions dictate their actions. Instead, they operate on a simple principle: do the work, no matter what. This means writing even when you don't feel creative, training when your body aches, studying when your mind is tired, and pushing forward even when progress seems invisible. People often mistake discipline for rigidity or lack of passion, but in reality, it is the highest form of self-respect. It means keeping promises to yourself, doing what needs to be done even when no one is watching, and committing to excellence even when it's inconvenient. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who fall short is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is the ability to stay consistent when things get hard. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they chase the high of motivation rather than developing the habit of discipline. They start projects with enthusiasm but abandon them as soon as the initial excitement wears off. This is why so many people never reach their full potential. They mistake temporary inspiration for long-term commitment, and when the inspiration fades, so does their effort. But those who understand the power of discipline never rely on inspiration to take action. They have routines and habits in place that ensure they continue working, even on their worst days. Another key element of discipline is time management. Highly disciplined people don't waste time on distractions or excuses. They know that every hour spent procrastinating is an hour that could have been used to sharpen their skills, refine their craft, or move one step closer to their goals. They structure their days with purpose, setting clear objectives and eliminating anything that doesn't contribute to their progress, while others scroll mindlessly through their phones or make excuses about why they can't start yet. Disciplined individuals are already deep in the work. Clearly identify the difference between where you are and where you want to be. It's not about working harder for a few weeks or pushing yourself only when it's convenient. It's about making an unbreakable commitment to yourself and your goals. Those who master discipline will always have an edge over those who rely on motivation. Because motivation may fade, but discipline, once built, stays with you for a lifetime. Failure is inevitable. No matter how talented, intelligent, or prepared you are, you will face setbacks. The question is not whether you will encounter failure, it's whether you will allow it to stop you. The ability to endure failure without losing momentum is what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. Those who rise to the top are not the ones who never fall. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. Resilience is the ability to push forward despite obstacles, to adapt when things go wrong, and to see failure as a necessary part of success rather than a sign to quit. Most people fear failure because they see it as a reflection of their worth. They take it personally, believing that if they fail at something, it must mean they are not good enough. But this mindset is what keeps people stuck. The most successful individuals have a completely different perspective. To them, failure is not an enemy, it is a teacher. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, refine, and grow. They study their mistakes, adjust their approach, and come back stronger. They do not waste time feeling sorry for themselves because they understand that every failure is simply feedback, a lesson that brings them one step closer to success. Resilience also means staying committed when results are not immediate. Many people quit because they expect instant gratification. They put in effort for a short time, and when they don't see immediate rewards, they assume they are failing. But true success is a long game. It requires persistence through moments of doubt, through periods where progress is invisible, and through situations where everything seems to be going wrong. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not that the successful ones never struggled, it's that they kept going when others gave up. There is also an emotional component to resilience. When things don't go as planned, it is easy to let frustration, disappointment, or self-doubt take over. But those who outwork everyone understand that emotions cannot be allowed to dictate action. They acknowledge their feelings, but they do not let those feelings control their decisions. Instead of seeing failure as something to fear, they see it as something to embrace. They remain calm under pressure, maintain a clear focus on their goals, and continue moving forward regardless of setbacks. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is the ability to reinvent yourself. Failure is often a sign that something needs to change, an approach, a strategy, a mindset. Those who are truly resilient do not stubbornly repeat the same mistakes. Instead, they analyze, adapt, and evolve. They recognize that setbacks are not the end of the road, they are simply redirections toward a better path. Resilience is the foundation of greatness. It is the inner strength that allows you to keep pushing when others have stopped. It is the quiet determination that keeps you moving forward, even when no one believes in you. If you can master resilience, there is nothing that can stop you. Not failure, not doubt, not fear. Because no matter how many times you fall, you will always rise again. There is a distinct difference between those who merely talk about success and those who embody it. The difference is not always in what they say or do, it is in their presence. Some individuals command respect without demanding it. They walk into a room, and people take notice. not because they are the loudest, but because they carry themselves with a quiet confidence that speaks for itself. This kind of confidence is not about arrogance or the need to prove anything to anyone. It is about an unshakable belief in oneself, built through discipline, resilience, and continuous effort. True confidence does not come from external validation. It does not depend on compliments, applause, or approval from others. It is rooted in competence and self-trust. When you consistently put in the work, when you refine your skills, and when you prove to yourself that you are capable, you develop a natural confidence that cannot be faked. People who are truly confident do not need to announce their abilities. They let their actions and results speak for them. They do not seek attention. Instead, attention naturally gravitates toward them because confidence is magnetic. One of the most powerful aspects of quiet confidence is the ability to remain composed under pressure. In any high-stakes situation, most people panic, hesitate, or second-guess themselves. But those who possess true confidence stay calm and collected. They trust in their preparation, their knowledge, and their ability to adapt. This calmness is what makes others look to them for guidance, for leadership, and for inspiration. In contrast, those who feel the need to constantly prove themselves often come across as insecure, trying too hard to impress rather than simply being. Quiet confidence is also reflected in the way one communicates. Those who are truly confident listen more than they speak. They do not interrupt, they do not feel the need to dominate conversations, and they do not seek approval with every sentence they utter. Instead, they observe, absorb, and speak with purpose. When they do speak, their words carry weight because they do not waste them on meaningless chatter. They know that real confidence is not in speaking the most, but in saying what matters. Another key trait of quietly confident individuals is that they do not compare themselves to others. They are focused on their own path, their own growth, and their own progress. They do not need to compete for attention because they are already secure in who they are. They understand that success is not about being better than others. It is about being better than they were yesterday. This mindset allows them to move with purpose, unaffected by distractions or the opinions of those who do not contribute to their journey. Quiet confidence is one of the most attractive and powerful traits a person can develop. It is not about having all the answers, nor is it about pretending to be perfect. It is about knowing your worth, trusting your abilities, and carrying yourself in a way that inspires respect. Those who cultivate this level of confidence do not need to prove anything, they simply are. And that is enough. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is a necessary part of it. The difference between those who reach greatness and those who don't is not that the successful never fail, it's that they refuse to let failure define them. The ability to face setbacks, learn from them, and continue moving forward is what sets the extraordinary apart from the ordinary. Resilience in the face of failure is a skill, a mindset, and a commitment to growth that cannot be taught. It must be developed through experience. Most people view failure as a dead end. When they encounter obstacles, they assume it means they are not meant to succeed. They take failure personally, seeing it as proof that they are not good enough. But those who outwork everyone understand that failure is not a sign to stop, it is a sign to adjust. Every mistake, every setback, and every rejection carries a lesson. Instead of feeling defeated, resilient individuals analyze what went wrong, extract the lesson, and use it to improve. They do not dwell on what could have been, they focus on what can still be achieved. One of the biggest reasons people give up after failing is because they are emotionally attached to the idea of immediate success. They expect their journey to be smooth, their efforts to be instantly rewarded, and their skills to be recognized without delay. But success does not operate on a fixed timeline. It requires persistence, patience, and the ability to endure difficulties without losing motivation. Resilient individuals understand that failure is not permanent. It is a temporary state that only becomes permanent if they allow it to be. Another key component of resilience is adaptability. When something does not work, most people either quit or keep repeating the same mistakes, hoping for a different outcome. But those who rise above failure are willing to change their approach. They ask themselves, what can I do differently? What have I learned from this? They are not attached to a single method. They are committed to the end goal. They understand that success is not about never failing. It is about learning how to navigate failure. Resilient individuals also have an incredible ability to maintain focus. When faced with setbacks, Most people get discouraged and lose sight of their original vision. They begin to doubt themselves, wondering if they should have even tried in the first place. But those who refuse to be defeated do not allow failure to shake their belief in their own potential. They stay committed to their purpose, knowing that obstacles are temporary, but their vision is permanent. They remind themselves why they started, and that is what keeps them moving forward. Failure is not the enemy, it is an essential part of the process. The strongest individuals are not those who have never fallen, but those who have fallen countless times and still choose to stand back up. If you can develop resilience in the face of failure, you become unstoppable. Because no matter how many times you fall, you will always rise again, stronger and wiser than before. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success. The people you surround yourself with, the conversations you engage in, and the influences you allow into your life all contribute to the person you become. If you want to outwork everyone, you must be intentional about your surroundings. You cannot afford to be in an environment that drains your energy or encourages mediocrity. Instead, you must create an environment that challenges you, pushes you, and inspires you to keep striving for more. One of the most powerful things you can do is surround yourself with people who are driven, disciplined, and goal-oriented. The saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," holds a deep truth. If you are constantly around individuals who complain, make excuses, and settle for less, you will unconsciously adopt those same behaviors. On the other hand, if you are in the company of people who work hard, think big, and refuse to give up, their mindset will rub off on you. Their discipline will inspire you to be disciplined. Their ambition will fuel your own. Their success will show you what is possible. Beyond the people in your life, your physical environment also matters. If you want to be productive and focused, your surroundings should reflect that. A cluttered, chaotic space leads to a cluttered, chaotic mind. Your workspace, your home, and even the digital environment you engage with should be structured in a way that promotes clarity and efficiency. If distractions are constantly within reach, whether it's your phone, social media, or negative influences, it becomes easy to lose focus. The most successful individuals design their environments with intention. They eliminate distractions, create routines that support their goals, and immerse themselves in a space that encourages discipline. Another critical aspect of shaping your environment is the type of content you consume. In the digital age, information is everywhere, but not all of it is valuable. What you watch, read, and listen to has a direct impact on your mindset. If you constantly consume negativity, gossip, and entertainment that does not contribute to your growth, it will weaken your focus. But if you fill your mind with knowledge, insights, and motivation from those who have achieved greatness, you will begin to think and operate on a higher level. Your environment also extends to your habits. The routines you establish, the way you structure your days, and the standards you set for yourself all play a role in determining your level of success. If you are surrounded by an environment that encourages laziness, procrastination, and low standards, it will be difficult to stay consistent. But if your environment supports discipline, efficiency, and continuous improvement, it will be much easier to stay on track. Success is not just about working hard, it is about working smart. And working smart starts with creating an environment that makes success inevitable. When you control your surroundings, you control your focus, your energy, and your ability to outwork everyone around you. Success is not reserved for the lucky or the naturally talented. It is earned through relentless effort, unshakable discipline, and the ability to endure challenges without breaking. Those who rise to the top are not the ones who wait for the perfect moment or rely on fleeting motivation. They are the ones who outwork every single day and who refuse to let failure define them. To set goals and to talk about success, but the real test is in the execution. Will you push forward when the excitement fades? Will you stay disciplined when no one is watching? Will you rise again after failure, stronger and wiser than before? These are the questions that separate those who achieve greatness from those who merely wish for it. Your ability to succeed is within your control. It is built in the habits you form, the environment you create, and the resilience you cultivate. Confidence comes not from empty words, but from consistent action. Hard work is not a temporary effort, but a way of life. Surround yourself with excellence, eliminate distractions, and commit to outworking everyone, not just for a day, a week, or a month, but for a lifetime. The world will not hand you success. It will test you, challenge you, and try to break you. But if you refuse to quit, if you keep going when others stop, and if you dedicate yourself to continuous growth, success will have no choice but to recognize your efforts. The question is no longer whether you are capable, it is whether you are willing. Are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to endure? Are you willing to outwork everyone? If the answer is yes, then nothing can stop you.